Hello guys, and thanks for coming back to my channel. My name's Riley, and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, and Relove. So I told you guys about a week ago, maybe two, that I was going to be doing a video on why I quit selling on Mercari, and here I am. At the end of this video, I'm also going to talk about the antique necklace and bracelet set that I sold to the Maryland Historical Society in Baltimore. I posted it over on my Instagram stories. I will leave a link to my Instagram down below in the description. I know I'm not the first person to sell something to someplace special, but considering the fact that I don't specialize in selling antiques and collectibles, the fact that the Maryland Historical Society purchased this from me, I have a really big head about it. And believe it or not, a couple of you guys asked me to make a video about it or incorporate it into a video, so here I am. Anyways, back to Mercari. Gotta wet the palate for this list of complaints. I'm just talking about why I quit Mercari. I do want to start by saying I never had a lot of active listings on Mercari, so it was never a consistent source of income for me, but everything that I sold on Mercari was kind of like a nice little surprise, or maybe something that didn't get very much attention on Poshmark, so it would sell on Mercari, and it was kind of just like a nice little disposable source of income for me in the beginning. Not long ago, Mercari increased their shipping prices, and I understand because the United States Postal Service did a shipping price increase, so I understood. And I know on Mercari you have a selection where you can ship independently, like without doing a Mercari shipping label. But I didn't want to get into that. I had been comfortable just listing something and clicking the Mercari shipping label. It was super easy for me. But they increased their prices, and the very bottom price was $4.25. So even if you're shipping a pocket of air, it costs you $4.25. I mean, that's not crazy, you know, considering Poshmark's flat rate is $6.79. But Mercari was already not my main selling platform. So when they did the shipping increase, I'm like, I'm just not going to list anything on Mercari that's over like 5 or 6 ounces. So when they did the shipping increase, I only listed like really light t-shirts or tank tops because I didn't want to go past the threshold of $4.25 shipping. Considering I ate the price in shipping because I offered free shipping on Mercari, because on Mercari, items that have free shipping sell quicker and faster than items that don't offer free shipping. So I ate that $4.25. He's talking. He wants to be a YouTube star. Which isn't like, it's a $2 difference, because if you sell something that's like 3 ounces on eBay or Etsy, it's like $2.67 to send like anywhere in the US, I think, from where I am. At least that's what I always pay. So the difference is like what? Like less than $2. But when you're selling something for $15 with free shipping and you paid $3 for the item, the almost $2, like it starts to make a difference. So I was just kind of like, I don't want to say it left a bad taste in my mouth because I understand why Mercari had to do that, but that's when I stopped putting items on Mercari that weren't like literally a tank top, like I said. So that was my first step of not listing so much on Mercari. And keep in mind, I never really had more than like 100 listings on Mercari to begin with, because it was always like my side chick, right? So I had eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy, and then Mercari was like my side chick. On Poshmark and Relove, and honestly even Etsy, when I list something, I feel confident that if I really capture the style in my photographs, I will be able to catch that window shopper who may not be searching for that item specifically, but I might be able to catch their attention through the feed or through the search bar, and they may buy it even though that's not what they were planning on buying. So I always feel like I have that like upper hand with my product photography, like I can get really creative with it and whatever. On Mercari, I don't feel that. I feel like there aren't very many window shoppers on Mercari who are just browsing through styles and browsing through clothing brands until they find something they like. I feel like people are more looking for something directly, and that reflected in my sales, because most of my sales would be like Disney items, Disney tops, things like Harry Potter or Star Wars character items, licensed items. I just never had that motivation on Mercari like I do with my other platforms. Especially when you go on Mercari and you're feeling you put your shirt on there and you did all this like cute flat lay, or you did a cute stylized shot, and there's a bunch of like old Xbox controllers flooding the feed that were taken on like an old mattress with no sheet. Like I felt like my vibe was really dampened when I was listing on Mercari. And I know it sounds horrible, and I know somebody's gonna call me out for that, but I just really felt that way. I felt like my vibe was dampened. That's really all I have to complain about as a seller. It's just not for me. So that's what I should have said at the beginning. It's just not for me. So now I'm going to talk about what happened to me as a buyer on Mercari. I don't have this great climax, so if you're expecting this crazy climax, this isn't the video. But I was kind of browsing through the makeup. I was browsing through MAC because I like MAC. Every once in a while, you'll get lucky and you'll catch someone who's like clearing out their vanity. They may have purchased something at the store at a discount, or they may have received something as a gift, and they get rid of like brand new makeup, like authentic makeup. They'll just sell it. Maybe they just never used it, whatever. So every once in a while you'll catch a seller like that, I think on any platform. So I was just browsing Mercari and I saw a cute MAC lipstick. I purchased it. The cover image was a stock photo, but I went through the other pictures and they actually, like, somebody was holding it. They were showing that it was unused. It was brand new in box. Read the description, everything added up. It was $9 with free shipping, which I thought was really cheap, but like I said, sometimes you just catch that person. And when it got here, I opened it up and it was the most counterfeit of, I mean, it was queen counterfeit. Like, this bad boy was, it looked like something that you got from like a little kid's makeup box. And I didn't even use it. I'm like, really? You're gonna do me like that? So I contacted Mercari. They were pretty active in their response. I mean, they responded within probably 10 hours that they accepted the refund. I very clearly stated that this was extremely counterfeit. So anyway, upon further investigation, because after they approved my return, I was kind of nosy and I went to the seller's account and I'm like, keep in mind, I'm still kind of salty that I got all excited about this lipstick that was counterfeit. So I went to the seller's account and I'm like, did they get shut down? You know, I'm all excited. Like, I shut them down. They try to do me like that. And I go in their account and they have 5-star reviews. I'm thinking, what is happening here? So I go through all of their items and all they're selling is brand new in box MAC lipstick. So I go to their reviews, keep in mind 5-star, and it's tons of people saying, thank you so much for my lipstick, blah, 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 blah. I really think these people didn't know better. I think they thought that they got something authentic. So then I go to their 1-star reviews and they had like 50 1-star reviews. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but they had like at least 20 1-star reviews of people saying this is so counterfeit, blah, 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 blah. So clearly the good reviews outweigh the bad reviews, but if someone's getting 20+ reviews saying that what they're selling is counterfeit, don't you think at that point Mercari would have stepped in and said, yeah, this person's selling counterfeits, and pulled them from the site? Like, how do you accumulate that many sales selling nothing but counterfeit goods with customer returns, with 1-star reviews saying they're counterfeit, and Mercari not pull them? So I understand if it was something like, oh, this item isn't the same quality that they advertised it for, or the color doesn't completely match up. Like, I understand that's not, Mercari can't pull a seller because of that, but with all the counterfeit crap that's going on today and how serious, like, people are cracking down on people who are selling counterfeit, the fact that Mercari is letting this account just float around selling counterfeits to these poor people who actually don't realize they're counterfeit, which I didn't think was possible because it was like that counterfeit. But I mean, some people don't buy MAC, so if that's the first time they're using MAC, they may not realize that it's counterfeit. So after that, it kind of left a really bad taste in my mouth. So I went to the makeup section of Mercari again, and this time I did some browsing, like some internal investigations, right? And I looked up Jeffree Star Cosmetics because that's another thing that I'm obsessed with. And you could see sellers who were selling like packs of 3 Jeffree Star lipsticks over and over and over again for like $15 with free shipping. Clearly, that's a big red flag. That's clearly counterfeit. I mean, I didn't even purchase from them, but come on, that's clearly counterfeit. So then I did some more searching and I found people who are selling like plethora of counterfeit Fendi bags. And it's like, I know that's not Mercari's fault. They cannot control who posts what, but Poshmark flags that stuff more, and Poshmark takes it more seriously when someone's trying to sell counterfeit. And honestly, I think eBay does too. Obviously, counterfeit sellers are going to slip through the cracks on any platform. I realized the amount of counterfeit goods that were being sold versus the amount of actual items that were authentic. I realized the ratio seemed like 50-50, which blew my mind. So anyway, I stopped buying on Mercari, and then about 3 or 4 months later, I had some bag brands saved in my search. And I got a notification saying that somebody posted a bag under my saved searches. So I went to it, and it was this really pretty, I think Fendi. I think it was a pretty Fendi bag. And it was like maybe $210, $250, something like that. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. So I'm going through the pictures, and they look legit. It's not like busted stock photos, but I'm thinking this is a really nice condition Fendi bag. And it was like almost new. It had the dust bag and everything in it. So without thinking, I just purchased it because I liked the bag, and I thought someone's gonna hop in front of me and buy this if it's not me. After I purchased it, I went back to the bag that I was looking at, and I'm like, is this too good to be true? Which I obviously should have been a red flag right away, since I already got burned one time with the MAC lipstick. So I went to the seller's account, and I realized they were selling tons of brand new or like new designer bags. Like, I think they had a new Chloe bag for like $150 and a Moschino bag for like 100 something. And I'm like, come on, again? So at this point, I'm like, I need to close before this person ships this out. I need to close it, get my money back. So I opened my case that I wanted to cancel the order, and it was like I had to beat around the bush, and I had to wait forever for Mercari to get back to me. And they finally got back to me about closing the order, and when I went back to the person's page, they were still an active account. Even after I closed the order because of the counterfeit, they were still an active account. So that's when I was like, I think Mercari has a lot of work to do with weeding out scammers. After that, it left a bad taste in my mouth, and I haven't listed on Mercari since. So I still have an active Mercari. I didn't just shut it down, but I only have a few things listed. I don't plan on listing anything. I'm just gonna let Mercari kind of die down. I'm gonna let all the stuff on there sell out, whether it's on there or Poshmark or eBay or wherever it's gonna sell. And then I'm just going to kind of slowly just let it die. So that is why I stopped selling on Mercari. I think it's a great site to sell on. I know a lot of honest sellers who make money on Mercari, and it is probably a good app to look into if you're looking for more platforms to sell on. But like I said, with apps out there like Poshmark and Relove that specifically focus on the style and fashion side of selling clothing, I think if you're going to be a clothing seller, Mercari may just be like a side account that you know, whatever. So anyways, now that that's over with, okay, that wasn't as ranty and complainy as I thought it was going to sound. But anyway, so I sold a necklace that I had presumed was from the 1920s, but I thought when I was looking at the style, because it was like a filigree, I thought maybe it was older, but I didn't feel comfortable saying on my Etsy listing that this is from between 1900 and 1910, right? Because the older you get with antiques, usually the more valuable it is. And I didn't feel comfortable saying 100% yes, this is from before 1910, but I knew that there's no way it was made after like 1920, 1930. So I put that in the description, but I also did a little disclaimer at the bottom of where I purchased it. It was from a leftover estate where someone had been collecting jewelry that had been in their family for generations. So I sold the necklace for $58 with free shipping, and it was a necklace and bracelet set. And I know I could have gotten more out of that. And I knew when I listed it, I could have gotten more, but I have like 250 pieces of vintage and antique jewelry that I'm trying to move out so that I can get a return on my investment. So I have been listing things for under what I think they're worth. I went to ship out my order, and I realized when I printed out the shipping label that it was headed to the Maryland Historical Society in Baltimore. And my heart dropped. I was so excited. I wanted to send myself, I wanted to smack the label on my forehead and wait by my door for the USPS man and be like, I want to go with, because I was so excited. And no, like I said, I know I'm not the first person who has sold a collectible item or like a vintage or antique item to some important place or some museum. It's not like I sold it to the Smithsonian. It's going to be like right at the front entrance, but I was still equally excited about it. And yeah, that's really all there is to the story. I know a couple of you asked where I got it from. I got it from a leftover estate from someone who had, someone's mother had been saving jewelry that they had had in the family for generations. And yeah, I was really excited about it. And like I said, I know I could have gotten more out of it, but honestly, because it went to a historical society, even if they would have messaged me and said, hey, listen, we're low on budget for this next exhibit. What's the lowest you'll go? I would have been like, oh my God, take it. I'll send it to you guys for free. Like, that's so cool. Like, it really wasn't about the $58 with free shipping, like whoop-de-ding. But the fact that I sold it there is really cool. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I know I wish I had like a really cool backstory to tell you guys. I found it in the back of a grave robber's truck. But no, it was just from a leftover estate. So anyways, that is all I have for today. If you guys watch this whole video, you are true supporters of myself and Honey Rags, and I think that is so awesome that people actually want to watch me talk and hear what I have to say about reselling. As always, if you guys don't follow me already, go follow me on Instagram at honey.rags. I will leave a link below in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching.